cigar pals. This morning, Superfly by Oscar Valladares. And I told you the other day in my last article I was going to review this stick. In my article, Trifecta, San Antonio Cigar Lounge Trifecta. But anyhow, this is a very nicely constructed cigar. Very little veins, like a dark satiny type finish on it. Of course, that huge band on there. But I've got a V cut on it that I'm going to do. The smell is I get earth and like a raisin and the baker's chocolate. Very, very nice smelling cigar. I noticed that right off first time I smoked, or when I had one over at Redland Cigars. And the flavor is like real earthy and almost a fermented type raisin and a little bit of chocolate in there, that same baker's chocolate. Now, let's fire this baby up and see what we get. Not burning quite right, is it? But it's got some nice flavor to it though. That earthy and sweet, and that kind of like a little bit of a smoky taste in there too. Alright, we're gonna smoke this baby a while and we'll be back. Hey guys, I'm having some issues with this cigar early on, which is really surprising me because I've never run into this with any Oscar cigar before, and I'm gonna touch it up. The one I smoked the other day didn't do anything like this, and I'm really rather surprised. I don't know what might be causing that, or I'm very surprised though. Hopefully it won't keep doing that. And I've got pictures of the other one that I smoked the other day and didn't have any problem with. Nice flavor. I don't know. I will see. We'll play with it, and that would hurt my feelings. Probably hurt their feelings if I review a cigar badly, but that's what I do. I can't not tell what happened. Anyhow, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I just want to show you this because I'm going to get rid of that little thing there. This thing is straightened out pretty good. I had to touch it up, but it did straighten out pretty good. Got plenty of smoke, nice flavor. A lot of earthiness. That sweet raisin, chocolatey, very earthy. A little bit of red pepper in there. And it does have a short finish. It doesn't stay with me very long. That pepper, I catch that pepper on the retrohale, by the way. So anyhow, we'll be back. Alright, we're about a third in. I'm going to have to take that band off. Those things look flashy and cool and everything, but I always hate that because I have to take it off so early, and I'm one of those people that leaves my band on for a good ways. One of the reasons for doing that is There's the band, and it came off nice and easy. No glue or issues or anything. But one of the reasons you might think about doing this to your own cigars is that sometimes that glue gets all over things. They're a little bit overzealous on the glue, and if you let it heat up a little bit and get down there, a lot of times it'll loosen up that band. So just so you know, this cigar is smoking good now, no problem. Lots of smoke. Profile changing just a little bit. It's some of that sweetness is coming to the forefront. It's kind of different. The earthiness is just kind of in the background there. Sweetness more up front. I'm getting a little more pepper shot now, even on my back of my tongue and into my throat. Little in the nostril, that red pepper. And we'll be back. Forgot to mention, let me tell you a little bit about this cigar. It's a full body cigar, very strong is what they call it in the strength. Wrapper is a Mexican San Andreas Maduro. I'm partial to a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. I like that. That's where a lot of that sweetness comes from, I believe. The binder is Honduras. The filler is Honduras, Nicaraguan, and Dominican. And this is the first time that Oscar has used Dominican tobacco in one of his cigars. So I'm not sure which Dominican tobacco he's using, but it's got some flavor to it. You know, they have 3 vitolas for this. The one I'm smoking is called a Super Toro. It's a 6x54. This is not just the first time he's used tobacco, Dominican tobacco. It's the first time he's made a full body stick. So they are located in Danlí, Honduras, and the company is owned by Oscar Valladares, his brother Hector, and Bayron de Duarte. Oscar worked for 9 years for Rocky Patel, and Bayron for 20 years with General Cigar and Oliva. I believe Hector is the money man. So, anyhow, I'll be back to tell you a little more about it. Alright, the stick is taking on a little bit of complexity here. I'm about halfway through, a little over halfway. And the ash is dropping off in about 1-inch chunks. It's not a real strong ash on there, but it's even burning. Like I say, see how everything's burning even now. I haven't had to touch it up anymore. I don't know what happened on the end down there, but at the foot. But anyhow, it's taking on a little complexity here, a little more. I'm picking up some like some molasses sweetness there. The chocolate's still there, just a hint of chocolate, maybe a little cinnamon, and it's still earthy. It's still got a little of that pepper in it. But all these flavors are just kind of blending together. Nothing's really overpowering anything else. It's just all kind of a mix of nice flavors. So, not bad. Let me tell you a little bit about Oscar. Oscar Valladares, in 2011, they opened a little shop in Danlí, Honduras, and he just had a couple rollers, and he'd roll home, fresh cigars. Well, then his buddy there, Bayron, told him about this factory, a small factory that was for sale. So they got his brother Hector, and they went in and got this factory. Well, in 2012, that's when they got that factory, and they just had a few rollers, But in 2012, they got their first real order from this guy named, they launched their first band, or their first brand. And in the box, you got a extra cigar, a bonus cigar. And that cigar was wrapped in a leaf. And it was to be smoked at the end of the year, December 21st, end of an era. And it was in the leaf to kind of imitate the old Mayan, how the Mayans smoked the leaf. You know, they didn't really roll it up the way we have a cigar today. They just bunched up the leaves and smoked them, and that's what it symbolized. Well, anyhow, so this guy named Jim Robinson, and of the bean and let me see my notes. Jim Robinson, who owned the Leaf and Bean in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he was their first customer. And he ordered 5,000 cigars, but he wanted them wrapped in the leaf, all of them. So that's where it came out. The original Leaf by Oscar was originally the Leaf and Bean by Oscar, and that later became the Leaf by Oscar. So that's how that all started. That guy named Jim Robinson was their first customer, and they sold out in just a couple weeks. 5,000 cigars, they sold like that. So anyhow, now you know how that started. There's not a lot to know about this particular stick other than what I've told you, but anyhow, a little bit about Oscar. Oscar cigars, I've really enjoyed them ever since I started smoking them. I remember seeing them, you know, I think not too long after they came out, I saw one and I smoked it, and they were pushing them kind of hard too back then, so, which is unique. That matter of fact, I remember the first one I had was in Knoxville, Tennessee. Is the first time I saw the Leaf by Oscar, and they were pushing it kind of hard, and so I had one, and I enjoyed it, and I've smoked them ever since. I don't smoke them as often as I wish I did. Every time I see them, I'm like, I know that's a good stick, but I'm always trying to find new cigars to check out and stuff. So I've smoked a lot of Oscars, and anyhow. Then he's got several different leaves now. Anyhow, we'll be back with the finish. Yeah, unless this thing changes drastically. Well, we're going to call that a wrap. Ooh. Just got a sweet hit of something there. That's a rather flavorful cigar. I really recommend it, and that's the Superfly by Oscar Valladares. I suggest you get you one. Really enjoyable cigar. We got a lot of flavor in it, a lot of different complexity in there. But anyhow, till next time, keep smoking.